All right, well, welcome to Mellow Flow. I'm Tiffany. We shouldn't really need any props today, just blanket if you want that to sit on. Um, I have planned for us twists. So I had actually, someone requested that in one of my other classes, and I've just kind of stuck it with my classes throughout the week. But what we're doing with the twists is, so the lady that came to me about it, she said, I just can't get this and this and this and this. And I thought, okay, I need to break this down a little bit because you don't have to get this and this and this and this and this. It's all something to work towards or to work on. So if you've got one part, then you can work on the next part. So we're just kind of going through that. Taking each step as you need it or leave it for now. Don't worry about each step. And also, really, our warm up, we're going to spend quite a bit of time with because, in my opinion, when you're doing twists, it's a lot on your body and you can't just throw yourself twisting over this way without being properly warmed up. So, we'll get some good stretches in our upper body and our shoulders and our sides. And then we will kind of break down the twist, and then I'll get you through a flow, and then some nice stretches to stretch that all out when we're done. So hopefully you'll enjoy that. So we'll get started in a comfortable seated position, and then close your eyes. Quiet your thoughts. Start to deepen and lengthen your breath. Leave aside whatever happened before you got here today, whatever you have to do next. And allow yourself to be present in this moment. Giving your thoughts a break. As you continue to deepen and lengthen your breath, with each exhale, let go of anything that doesn't serve you. Let go of the things you can't control. Let go of your stresses and worries. And then with each inhale, breathing in a new positive attitude, fresh new energy. Do 3 more rounds of breath this way. And then return to your natural breath. Next, wiggle your spine up a little bit straighter. Bring your head up a little closer towards the ceiling. And then take a deep breath in and shrug your shoulders up to your ears. And exhale, slide the shoulder blades down the back, opening up your chest. Gently starting to open your eyes. And then one more time, inhale, bringing the shoulders up. And exhale, slide them down, open the chest, sitting up nice and tall. We'll start out with our next stretch today. So we're just going to gently start to bring your chin down towards your chest. Take it slow and then find wherever you get a good stretch and pause there. And now bring the chin over towards your right shoulder. Keep on looking down. So you're kind of looking over your thigh, maybe over onto the floor, finding a stretch down the left side of your neck. Bring the chin back to center. And then bring the chin over to the left shoulder. Continuing to look down. And then bring the chin back to center. And slowly start to bring the head back up. Good. Next, we'll do some shoulder rolls. So we'll just roll the shoulders back. Nice big movements. And then rolling them forward. And then we'll alternate. And then go the other way. And then again, bringing the shoulders up towards the ears and then slide the shoulder blades down. Good. Next, we're going to bring the right hand down on the floor beside you. Bring your left arm up and over, stretching it over to the right. Stretch through the fingertips. Try to keep the left sitting bones on the mat if possible. And then maybe reach a little bit more. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, drop the left hand, right arm reaches over. Stretching through the fingertips, getting that whole side body stretched out. Inhale, come back to center. On the exhale, walk your hands forward. Nice and slow, getting the lower back stretched out. One more breath here. And then on the next inhale, slowly walk the hands back in. Now we're going to bring the legs straight out in front of you. Stretching them out, wiggling the knees. And then sitting up tall, flexing the feet, stretching the legs towards straight. Inhale, sweep the arms up into the air. Exhale, fold forward. Letting your hands maybe just fall wherever they fall, or if you'd rather grab onto the feet, bend the knees if you need to. One more breath here. And then release and slowly roll back up to seated. And then we'll take the right foot outside of the left leg. Twist open to the right. Bring your right hand behind you. The left hand can go outside your knee, or for more twist, bring your elbow outside the knee. And then inhale, length of the spine. Exhale, twist. You can use your elbow to press against the knee to get a little bit more out of it as well. Nice and gentle. One more breath here. And then on the inhale, come back to the center. Straighten the legs back out. And then left foot outside of right leg, twisting open to the left hand behind you, either hand outside of knee. And even there, you can use your hand to kind of push yourself a little more, or press the elbow into the knee. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Twisting poses are detoxifying poses, de-stressing poses, and they also give you a little boost of energy. So you should leave here feeling pretty good today. One more breath here. And then inhale, come back to the center, straighten the legs back out, flexing the feet. Good. Now we're going to bring our legs into cow face pose. So we're going to bring the right knee to about the center of your mat. pointing to the center of your mat, and then stack the left knee on top of that. Don't worry too much about how your feet look in this, just as long as it feels okay. But if you want, you can bring your feet, shins, knees all in a line to come fully into the pose, whatever you need today. Then we'll stretch the arms open, stretch through the fingertips, open your chest. Good, then we'll bring the left arm underneath the right arm. You can stop at the shoulders or come into eagle arms, wrapping the arms around each other, placing the palms together, and then bring the palms up closer to your forehead. Feeling the opening in the shoulders and probably the hips as well. Take a deep breath in. And then on the exhale, start to lean forward. Stop wherever you need to, or maybe bring the elbows to the knees. Pausing there. And then inhale, come back up. Again, deep breath in. And exhale, slowly coming forward and pausing to wherever you get a good hip opener, a good stretch. And inhale, come back up. Nice straight spine, hands up towards the forehead. And release, shake that all out. Undo the legs, shake them out if you need to. And then we'll switch it around. The left knee is on the bottom, right knee on top. And again, if this doesn't work for you, you can sit cross-legged. So if you did sit cross-legged the first time, just switch the cross of your legs. Getting your legs set up first. Then when you're ready, stretching the arms out, open the chest, stretch through the fingertips. And then right arm underneath left arm. You can stop at the shoulders or come into eagle arms. Straighten the spine, bring the palms up closer to the forehead. Couple of breaths here. And then nice deep breath in. On the exhale, start to come forward. And inhale, come back up. And one more time. Nice deep breath in, and on the exhale, coming forward. And inhale, come back up. Sitting up tall, hands up towards the forehead. And release and shake that out. And then we're going to swing the legs around, and we're coming to the knees, scooting back on your mat so you have room out in front of you. And we're coming into child's pose. Keeping the knees a little bit close together if you can, just sitting back and really stretch the arms up. Don't let your arms be lazy in this one. Just stretch them up to the top of the mat. And then imagine your fingers and your hands are a little spider, and you just walk your fingers. So just crawling them up a little bit more, getting a little more stretch. Let the lower back release. Keep stretching the arms. On your next inhale, slowly lift the head. We're going to walk the hands over to the right. And then now, keeping with that spider in mind, your left hand is the spider. Wiggle those fingers, spider walk that hand up a little bit more. You're going to get a lot more stretch when you do that. Nice big stretch in the left shoulder. On the next inhale, lift the head, walk back to the center, and then we'll walk over to the left. Spider walking the right hand up to straight, even just a little bit more. And then on your next inhale, coming back to the center, stretching the arms up. And then let your arms drop down by your legs. Let your lower back release, let the shoulders relax. The whole body just melting over the legs. One more breath here. And then on your next inhale, bring your hands back underneath your shoulders. Slowly start to push yourself up. And we'll make our way to tabletop, hands and knees. Bringing the wrists right underneath the shoulders, knees under hips, and feet in line with knees. Good, then we're gonna bring the right hand, start to lift that out, maybe lift it up, twisting open to the right, maybe looking up at the hand. Bring it back down, don't set it all the way down. Lift it back up. Bring it back down. One more time, we'll pause with this one a little bit longer, twisting open maybe a little bit more than you did at first. Good, and then bring that arm down. We're gonna thread it underneath the left arm and come into thread the needle pose. Coming onto that right shoulder, forehead comes onto, or the head comes onto the mat. Then you can keep your left hand where it is, or maybe walk it out towards straight. Or maybe take a bind and wrap that left arm around your right side. One more breath here. And then bring the left hand back underneath the shoulder, press yourself up, stretch the right arm up one more time, and then set it back down. Readjust everything, and then we'll do it all on the left side. So lifting the left arm up. You can start a little lower or open it up a little more. Bring it back down. Lift it up. And back down. Last one, we're gonna lift and hold. And then thread that arm underneath the right arm, coming onto the shoulder, side of the head. Keep the right hand maybe where it's at, or you can walk it to straight, or take the bind. One more breath here. And then on the next inhale, bring the hand back underneath the shoulder, press yourself up, stretch that left arm up one more time, and then set it back down. Readjusting wrists under shoulders. We'll do some cat-cow stretches. So rounding the spine, pressing the spine up towards the ceiling, tuck the chin for cat, and then press even more. Imagine you're trying to touch your spine up to the ceiling. And then drop your belly, lift your chin for cow. Now imagine you're trying to touch your belly to the mat. Pressing as much as you can. Round for cat. Drop and lift for cow. One more time, round for cat. And drop and lift for cow. And then return to a neutral spine. Next, we're gonna bring the right leg out behind you. And then bring the foot off and over to the left side, coming onto your toes, and then look over at the toes. Another side stretch. Bring that leg back to center, bring that knee back in, and then we'll bring the left leg out and bring it off and over to the right, coming onto the toes, looking over at the toes. And bring it back to center, set that knee down. Now just circle around, stretching out the wrists. And then circle the other way. And come back to center. Now we're going to tuck the toes and come into a bent leg downward dog, pressing the ribs back towards the thighs, pressing the hips up towards the ceiling. Really bend your knees. And then slowly start to straighten your right leg, pressing that heel down towards the mat, but keep your left knee bent. And then switch. And switch. And last one, switch. And now press both heels down towards the mat. Bringing your thigh bones straight back to whatever behind you. Hips up even higher. Good, now you can stay here or try a twisted downward dog. So lift your right hand and touch the outside of your left leg. Set that hand down. And then other side, left hand outside of right leg. Set that hand down. Now looking up between the hands, we'll walk the feet up and come into a forward fold. Fingernails in line with toenails. You can bend your knees a little bit. Bring the hips more up towards the ceiling. Bring the head closer to the legs. And then half lift. Straighten the legs, flatten the back. And fold. And then inhale, slowly coming up to standing, sweeping the arms up. When they get up there, bring the palms together, cross the thumbs, stretch up even more. And then we're going to bring the hips out to the left and crescent over to the right. Inhale back up to center, exhale, crescent to the left. Inhale up to center, exhale, release the arms, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. And we're going to plant the hands, step back into a plank. Knees up or knees down, your choice. And slowly lower down. Press the tops of the feet into the mat. Squeeze from your big toes all the way up to your butt. Squeeze it all in. And then squeeze the elbows in towards the ribs. Slide your shoulder blades down the back. And slowly lift up, cobra. Nice open chest. And lower down. Tuck the toes, press back, downward dog. Looking up between the hands, walk the feet up, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up nice and big and slow. And then palms together, stretching up. We're going to crescent to the left first this time. Back to center, and then to the right. Back to center, release the hands, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, step back into a plank. And slowly lower down. Squeeze everything in, shoulder blades down the back, nice open chest, open up for cobra. And lower down. Tuck the toes, press back, downward dog. Looking up between the hands, stepping forward, forward fold, our last sun salutation. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Palms together, cross the thumbs, stretch up tall, and we'll crescent to the right first this time, squeezing the arms. Back to center and then to the left. Back to center, release the arms and swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, step back into a plank. And lower down. Top of the feet into the mat, squeeze everything in, cobra. And lower down. Tuck the toes, press back, downward dog. Press the heels down towards the mat, stretching the arms as much as you can, pressing the thigh bones back as much as you can. And then looking up between the hands, walking the feet up, forward fold. And then separate your feet just a little bit. Bend the knees. Placing your hands at heart center, we're going to come into chair pose. So I'm going to walk you through, twisting into chair pose. Lots of the little details. Sometimes I may have you I might not tell you to straighten your legs, so you can challenge yourself and try to keep holding the chair pose, or you can straighten them while I'm talking and then try to do it. So we're going to walk through that. So hands at heart center, sitting back into chair. Nice straight spine. Good. So one of the tips I want to try to show you is we're going to twist to the right. So grab your ribs and bring them with you as if you're going to put them over there. They're not going to go over there, but bring it with you. Notice what that does rather than when you're just trying to twist. Notice how you're moving your ribs more than you would. So squatting down more. Now bring the hands to heart center. Now press the elbow into the knee. Now press the elbow into the knee will bring your chest towards your hands. Now try to open your shoulder up more towards the ceiling so that your shoulders are in a straight line. Now look at your knee. We're all probably way out. So bring that knee in. Again, take or leave any of these little tips. It's just all little work that you can do. Good, come back to center. Straighten if you need to. And then when you're ready, take your ribs, bring them out there. And then press the elbow into the knee, press the hands together, move the heart towards the hands, straighten your shoulders. So bring the left shoulder straight up towards the ceiling. Look at your knee, try to line it back up, and then line the twist back up. Release and forward fold. Half lift. Getting your head above your heart. Take a couple of breaths. Good, and now slowly come up to standing. We're gonna bring the arms overhead, palms together. And then we're gonna bring the palms out in front of you and sit back into chair pose. Interlace the fingers, bring the palms up towards the ceiling, straighten the legs, stretching up. And then hands at heart center, sit back into chair. So remembering all of those things, we're gonna twist open to the right. Taking your time. Come back to center, and then twist to the left. Come back to center, and then we're gonna straighten the legs. Bring the palms up overhead. So one more time, sitting back into chair pose, palms out in front of you. Interlace the fingers, palms up towards the ceiling. Hands at heart center, sit back into chair. We're gonna twist to the left first this time. Come back to center, to the right. Notice as you're going there, it might feel a little easier, a little looser than normal. Come back to center, straighten the legs, release the arms, standing in mountain pose, taking a couple of breaths. Nice open chest. One more breath here. And then inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Bend the knees a little bit, grab opposite elbows and just hang over your legs. Let your shoulders relax. Let your neck relax. Maybe swing side to side. Maybe shake your head yes and no. Release the elbows. Now we're going to plant the hands underneath your shoulders. Step your left foot back into a low lunge. So in a lunge, you can drop the knee if you need to drop the knee. Coming into low lunge, we're going to bring the hands to heart center coming up. Now we're going to twist open to the right. Same thing, remembering what we worked on at the beginning of these twists. Good, now come back to center. Now lift the arms up. You might want to step that back foot in just a little bit. Good, high lunge. Now, keeping the back heel up, we're going to twist open to the right. So your left hand's going to come in front of you, right hand behind you. Good, now we're going to twist all the way the other way and open up into warrior two. Nice open chest. Now straighten the front leg, slide the right hand down the leg, left arm comes straight up. Again, open chest is what we're working on. Good, keeping the knees as they are, come into a reverse triangle. just like reverse warrior, but with straight legs. Now we're going to come all the way into side angle, bend the front elbow, front knee. The left arm can go straight up or bring it parallel with your ear. Stretch through the fingertips. And then turn towards your leg, coming into that low lunge. Step back foot forward, forward fold. Take a couple of breaths. Maybe come into a half lift if you need to get your head above your heart. And then forward fold. Plant the hands, step the left foot back. Or I'm sorry, the right foot back. It's a low lunge. And then we're going to come up, hands at heart center. Then we're going to twist open to the left. Pressing the elbow into the knee, heart towards hands. Nice straight back leg if you have the knee up. And then come back to center. Maybe step the back foot in a little bit, stretching the arms up. And then twist open to the left, right arm in front of you, left arm behind you. And then turn all the way to the other way to warrior two. Then now triangle, straighten the front leg. Right arm comes straight up. Keep the knees as they are, reverse triangle. Then the front elbow, front knee, side angle. Turn towards that foot, low lunge. Set the back foot forward, forward fold. We're going to do that one more time. So stepping the left foot back, low lunge. Hands at heart center. And then twist open to the right. Come back to center. Straighten the arms. Maybe bring that back foot in a little bit. And then twist open. All the way to warrior two. What did I do? I twisted the wrong way. That's what I did. You guys did it right. So now we're going to straighten the front leg. Slide the hand down. Left arm comes up. And then keep the legs straight. Reverse triangle. Bend the front elbow, front knee, side angle. Bring towards that foot, low lunge. Get the back foot forward, forward fold. Half lift if you need it. And then stepping the right foot back, low lunge. Hands at heart center. Open to the left. Back to center. Straighten the arms. And then twist open. I'm doing it wrong. There we go. And then come all the way to warrior two. And then straighten the front leg. Slide the hand down. Right arm comes up. Keeping the legs straight. Reverse triangle. And then coming into side angle. And towards that foot, low lunge. Set the back foot forward, forward fold. And half lift. Slowly roll up. Grab water if you need it, and we're going to change the way we're standing for just a second. We're just going to stand wide, so you can stand this way if you want. It's for goddess, so we don't need to stand really wide, but a little bit wider than your hips. Heels in, toes out. Start to bend your knees, hands on the thighs. Try to keep your elbows straight down. And you're kind of squeeze in between two pieces of glass. You're squeezing in there as much as you can. Kind of stay nice and straight with the spine. But now you can lean forward a little bit. And a twist open to the right. Come back to center. Twist to the left. Back to center. Again to the right. Center. Last one. To the left. Back to center. And now bring your hands underneath your shoulders. You can widen your stance a little bit for a forward fold. You don't have to take it really wide. Just take a forward fold. And then lift your head. Bring the hands back under the shoulders if they're not already there. And then heel toe the feet back together. And we're going to come onto hands and knees. Now taking your knees wide, kick toes together, sit back into a wide knee child's pose, stretching the arms up, letting the hips open up. A few rounds of breath here. One more breath. And on your next inhale, slowly start to lift your head and come forward onto your stomach. And do a shoulder stretch. Bring the right arm out, straight out from your shoulder. And then roll over onto your right side. You have control here, so roll as little or as much. And bend the left knee, place the foot on the floor behind the leg. Maybe lift the left arm up. Maybe let it fall behind you. Or place the top of the hand on the lower back. Breath. Three more rounds of breath here. And then bring that left hand up underneath the shoulder. Gently roll back to your stomach. And gently bring the right hand back under the shoulder. Bring the left arm out. Rolling over onto the left side. Maybe bending the right knee, placing the foot on the floor behind the leg. Bring the right arm up. Fall behind you. Or place the top of the hand on your lower back. More breath here. And your next inhale, bring the right hand back underneath the shoulder. Gently roll back onto your stomach. Very carefully press back into a child's pose. Just slow down your breath. One more breath here. And then on your next inhale, come up onto the knees, so your knees are underneath your hips. And then we're going to walk the hands towards the top of the mat for puppy pose or melting heart. A couple of options here. The first option would be pressing your chest down towards the mat and then bringing your forehead to the mat and then press your chest even more. If you want to take this even farther, you will press your chest down towards the mat and bring your chin to or towards the mat. That can be a lot on your neck, so take whichever version you like. A few more breaths here. Lift your head, slide your hands back in, sitting back in the child's pose. This time we're going to bring the arms back down, slide the legs. Over the legs. Your shoulder to blade. Push yourself up to seated. And then spin your legs around and we'll come to lying on our back. Bring your arms out into T or Savara practice sitting elbows if you like that better. And the feet a little, probably hip distance apart. And you're going to drop the knees over to the right. And then bring them back to center and drop them over to the left. Until I bring the knees back and forth a couple of times. And once you've done about equal times each side, bring back to center. And we're going to lift the hips, bring them off and over to the left, and drop the knees over to the right. Back to the center. And bring the hips off and over to the right. Drop the knees over to the left. Looking over the right fingertips. Stay here or deepen the twist by placing your left foot on top of your right knee. More breaths here. And then bring the left foot back to the mat. Gently bring everything back to the center. And then hug your knees into your chest. Side. Good. And then bring the knees back to center. Release the hands. Bring your arms on the inside of your legs for happy baby. Grabbing the outside of your feet. Keeping the knees bent and the feet up towards the ceiling. Let your shoulders drop down towards the mat. More breath here. And then sit your feet down to the mat. One leg at a time. Stretch the legs out long along the mat. Pointing the toes. And then lift your arms up overhead for a full body stretch. We'll come come into banana pose. So your hands might be on top of each other. You can keep them there. Or you can grab opposite elbows. Or you can grab your left wrist with your right. And then bring your upper body and your arms over to the right. And walk your feet over to the right. Nice stretch down that whole left side. You need a little bit more and you're grabbing your wrist. Pull your wrist up a little bit more, and again, you'll get a lot more stretch, especially in that left shoulder. Three deep breaths here, especially into the side of the ribs, the left side of the ribs. After your three deep breaths, bring everything back to the center. Keep grabbing your wrist, grab your other wrist. Your hands are on top of each other, flip that around, and bring the upper body over to the left. Walk the feet over to the left. A bit more stretch. Stretch and pull that right arm up a little more. Stretch. Right side of the ribs especially. After your stretch, relax, center. Release the hands and the arms down by your side. Feet drop open. And get ready to come into squat. Anything you need to do for more comfortable, go ahead and do that now. And when you're ready, open your eyes. And bring in your breath. Allowing your body to take in your yoga practice. Allowing all the spine stretching to take place. Everything is really soft. Starting at the top of your head. Imagine the tension melting at your forehead, jaw, and your neck. Tension melting out of your chest, shoulders, arms, and melting out of your back, abdomen, legs, until your whole body is completely relaxed. After several minutes, Savasana. Drop over to the left. And then over to the right. And then right. Come over onto one side. Pausing there for a moment. And then you're ready. Pick yourself up to seated with your eyes closed. Right, you can place your hands at heart center. And then breath. A moment, notice how you feel. Different your thoughts, breath, your body. From when you first started. So you feel a little more deep, a little less. So just take that with you. Breath. Your practice, your type. Goodbye. If we don't have any questions, always any suggestions. Like I said, this was from a suggestion from somebody. So if you ever have anything you want to work on, yeah. Bye, Brian. Good to see you.
Yeah, thank you too.
Thank you. Have a good weekend, guys.